We have been taking a trip to Somalia and doing this feature now. The entry of the Kenya Defense Forces into Somalia changed the outlook for the locals. Now the forces were not only interested in defeating the enemy, but also building the capacity of the communities there. In Hoosingo, over 300 pupils are benefiting from a school built by the Kenyan troops. This is under AMISOM. Our reporter delves into AMISOM's story of creating stability in Somalia 10 years later. This is Trip to Somalia, Part 2.
Since its entry into Somalia, the Kenya Defense Forces has endeavored to build a relationship with locals. This relationship has been strengthening over the years and led to various wins against insurgency.
In line with the AMISOM mandate, we've been able to degrade the Al-Shabaab threat in this particular area. And to do this, this has enabled us, therefore, to create an enabling environment for the local people to continue with the economic activities. You'll be able to see this when you go to town, the number of businesses that are now booming. You can also see the activities going on within this particular airport. There has been increased commercial flights that were not there previously.
The anti-terror campaign has led to an exponential rise in human population in Kismayu town, growing from 50,000 in 2011 to 500,000 in 2021.
Jubaland has been, my special has been liberated in 2012. Leave about everything, even the population. On 2012, if you count the census of the person that live in this, it was an average of 10,000. And now over 500,000 are living in this area because of the peace and the stability that came with it.
Onesmus Katiwa, the officer commanding the boat unit, says KDF has helped Somalia Security Force secure the port of Kismayu. The troops then make a stopover at Hoosingo, where some 300 Al-Shabaab militants were killed in 2012.
It was executed on 4th of April 2012, 3 months after this base, Hoosingo, was captured and liberated from Al-Shabaab. It was a battle that lasted more than 11 hours.
The militants were driven out and a school built to ensure locals receive education, a vital ingredient in the positive transformation of mindsets here. As night falls and everyone tucks into bed, the work goes on for these gallant men in uniform, because the enemy is not far away. Such operations are conducted to let the enemy know they are being watched round the clock. The Kenya Defense Forces KDF, under the command of the African Union Mission in Somalia, AMISOM, has played service at the heart of its operation in Somalia. Areas such as Tulo Burwako have been supplied with water.
All right, and with that, it's time to take the first commercial break of this evening. But before we do that, remember, you can always interact with us on #EasyFriday. Tell us where you're watching from. Lots of comments coming in on Twitter. We've got Wycliffe Oyando, who says, watching live from KBC branch. Another one that was from Moses, who also says that he's tuned in from the lakeside Kisumu City.
All right, and if you just joined us and you'd like to be part of any conversation we're having right here, that's later with Ben Sol. Any news you're carrying today, feel free to share your thoughts, and we'll be sampling them a bit later. As you mentioned, that break is necessary right now. Do you have your Huduma number? That's the question, because the High Court annulled that. Now the government says they will appeal that decision. We're looking at that when we come back, and Riley's in Eldoret as well.
Don't go too far.